Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Hope you're doing really well. Today's going to be one of those videos where I just talk to you guys about a topic. And today's topic is, if everything is a must buy, nothing's a must buy. So this actually came up a while back when I was talking to one of my friends, and it's in relation to fragrance reviews. So if basically all your reviews are positive, love it, everything is a must buy, then really nothing is. Let's jump into it and break that down. So like I said, this came up when I was talking to a friend a while ago, and I was gonna do a video about it then, and I just kept putting it off, and now here we are. I'm completely unprepared, flying by the seat of my pants. So this came up originally because sometimes people will watch a negative review or a review or first impression where the fragrance comes across to me or to other reviewers as decent or okay. You know, it's not great, it's good, whatever. And you'll always get some people who will leave comments and be like, oh, you're so negative, you're so negative. But that's part of the game of being a reviewer. You're supposed to be giving your opinion. You're supposed to be giving your critique. If you're just doing essentially a commercial for every fragrance that you review, what's the point of even doing it? At that point, if somebody sees it pop up on your channel, you know, they see a review of a fragrance pop up on your channel, if all you do is positive stuff, they know right away, okay, he likes that one, cool. You know, I don't even need to watch it. And I understand that sometimes it's not great if you really love a fragrance and then a reviewer does a review on it and they say, yeah, actually, I don't like this at all. It doesn't work for me. But you gotta understand that's somebody else's opinion. You know, it's not the end of the world. Just as an example, if there was a reviewer of movies, a movie critic. Okay, so we'll just say Roger Ebert, rest in peace, Roger Ebert. If every single movie that he reviewed, he said, you know what? I love this, it's perfect. 4 stars out of 4. Every single time, then what is the point of him even writing? What's the point of him being a critic? Because you know every single movie that comes out, he's just gonna be like, oh yeah, go see it, it's awesome. Even if it's complete trash, he says, oh yeah, it's great, go see it, awesome. You know, there's no point. So while some people do like to go onto YouTube and they like to watch videos as a bit of an escape, and if fragrances are your main hobby or one of your hobbies and you like to watch videos, maybe you might feel like watching a negative review puts a damper on your day for some reason. If that's the case, you know, I'm sorry, but that's still a really important thing, to have both negative reviews and positive reviews and reviews that are somewhere in the middle, because everything's not terrible, but also everything's not great. A lot of fragrances, just like about everything in life, are gonna fall somewhere in between, you know, where it's decent, it's fair, it's good, it could be better. Lots of things are like that. And so a lot of reviews realistically should fall somewhere in between in that gray area. At least that's how I approach it. You know, if I think something is really bad or just doesn't work for me, it's not appealing to me, I'm gonna say so. And if I think something is really great and it really catches me by surprise and lures me in and intrigues me, I'm gonna say so as well. A lot of fragrances though end up falling somewhere on that spectrum in the middle, where it's maybe more on the side of loving it, you know, where you say, oh, this is really good, but maybe I wish they had done this differently or changed this or whatever. Maybe just something, a little flourish here or there would have made it better. And then you'll have a lot that are decent, where you smell it and you think, yeah, it smells fine, smells good, you know. A lot of people will smell it and think, yeah, it's all right. But it doesn't really inspire you or capture your attention. A lot of fragrances fall into that category. And that does make sense when you think about it, especially when we're talking designer fragrances, because designer fragrances are made, for the most part, to be mass appealing, to sell as many bottles as possible. So they're not really trying to put out fragrances that just outright suck to the masses, to the average person. So again, a lot of those fragrances are gonna fall somewhere in the middle. Now I fully realize that there are a lot of channels out there, and this is their prerogative, I'm not taking shots or anything, but there are a lot of channels out there that prefer to completely stay away from negative reviews for one reason or another. I've actually heard from other people in the past that they won't do a negative review because if they smell a fragrance and they don't like it, they're not gonna feature it. And so they just put it to the side and they're like, no video for you. Now for me, that doesn't make as much sense, because if you're a critic or a reviewer, then you should be telling people, okay, this is what I think about this one. I think you should check it out, or I think you should not check it out. Because a lot of people are making purchases blindly based off of other people's impressions of the scent. So if you know it's bad, like you smell it and you know this is not good, and then you choose to not let anyone know, a lot of people are gonna end up buying that who maybe would have saved their money based off what you said and spent it on something else that's better. So that's why when I smell something and I don't like it, if I've already decided beforehand I'm gonna review it, then I'm gonna review it. I'm just gonna say I don't really like it. But I know there are some people out there that don't do that. They just say, I don't like it, I'm shelving it. And then there's also a type of review people will do where they'll get a bunch of things from a brand and they'll say, okay, don't like this one, 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 do like this one. I'm reviewing that one. And so they'll get like 4 or 5 things they don't like and pretend those don't exist, and then review the one thing and be like, yes, it's amazing. And that's another thing that I don't really like a whole lot myself, but doesn't pop up super often. And it is way easier to do positive reviews, it really is. Like if you get a fragrance and you think, man, I really like this, that's great. You know, you can put it out there and you can stand behind it and say, yeah, I love this. And it is an easy video to make. It's super easy. It's not as easy to get a fragrance in, especially one that people might really enjoy for the most part, you know, the vast majority of people, and then have it not work for you and do a negative review. Those aren't as much fun. I know sometimes I'll do a negative review and, you know, it's kind of like screwing around and it's fun, but for the most part, they're, I don't know if you want to call it stressful, but they're a little bit more so, because you know that it doesn't work for you and you're saying why, but you know at the same time there are people that are gonna watch who love the fragrance, and then when they hear you say, oh, that doesn't work for me, I think this isn't good, that's not good, this isn't good, whatever, they're gonna look at you like, he's wrong, I love it. So those aren't as much fun, and I can see why some people stay away from those. But like I said at the beginning, if everything is a must buy, if every review that you do is positive and glowing and you're talking about how great everything is, then nothing at that point is a must buy. You know, if everything is up here, then what stands out that you really need to own? You know, nothing. It's all the same. It's all great. So it doesn't matter. Buy one thing and it's going to be as great as the next, whatever. I try to stay away from that. Basically, it's just to say, if you don't like negative reviews, you know, I kind of get it. YouTube is an escape, right? But it's also an educational tool as well as entertainment. And the people watching videos, some of them make purchasing decisions based off the videos. And so I feel like you need to sometimes step in there, and if something just doesn't work for you, or it smells uninspired, or it comes across smelling poorly, you need to be able to say so and just say, yeah, it sucks. And to the people who leave comments sometimes and say, you know, so negative, I'm doing it for you. Yes, you person telling me how negative I am. So that's the thought process behind negative reviews and neutral reviews and positive ones. So there we go. That's much ado about nothing. See you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. Stay safe out there.